Hi, it's Ester Goldberg, and we're here at the Hollywood Museum, and it's the opening of the great big Marilyn Monroe exhibit, and it's going to be here at the museum until July the 31st. We're going to go inside and meet some of the celebrities that showed up, and we're also going to see some of the fabulous dresses, and Loni Anderson is wearing a dress that Marilyn Monroe wore when she entertained the troops in Korea. Of course, we could never wear anything that I entertained the troops in. They wouldn't let it through. Let's go inside and see what happens. Gloria Alredd, how are you, Gloria?
I'm doing great, thank you.
Okay, I have a problem. I slept with Tiger Woods. Would you represent me?
Take a number.
Okay. It's the talented, the super wonderful Judy Tenuta, who's channeling her inner Marilyn.
I have to celebrate. Every June 1st is Marilyn's birthday, and you know we have to sing Happy Birthday, Mr. President. Mwah.
The fabulous Allie Willis.
We are so excited to be here. It is unbelievable.
Is this unbelievable? Did you see Loni Anderson dressed up? And she's wearing, Lonnie's over there wearing the
Is here in person?
And I'm here with two fabulous collectors who actually contributed almost 80% of what we're seeing here today. My good friend Scott. Scott, how are you?
I'm good, how are you?
What's your last name?
Fortnite.
Scott Fortnite. Who's this other handsome man?
I'm Greg Schreiner.
Greg Schreiner. I feel like I'm with a comedy duo here. Scott and Craig. All right, so tell me, when did you start collecting Marilyn Monroe memorabilia?
Oh, pretty much my entire life I've been collecting.
Really? That's not very long.
No, it's not, but I've amassed quite a bit in this very short period of time.
What is your favorite piece of memorabilia?
Ooh, it's really hard to answer that question because there's so many wonderful things.
There's got to be one piece, just one single item that just might just wreck your nerves if it disappeared.
Probably Marilyn's favorite mink collar.
There you go. How about you, my love?
Which is my favorite?
What's your favorite?
Oh, gee, I think my first gown I collected, which is a beautiful red publicity gown. It's special because it's the first.
Oh, wow.
Them all.
You love them all. And how long have you both been collecting at the same time, or you start earlier or later? What?
I'm older, so I started earlier. I had a head start on Scott, but we've both been really going crazy the last few years collecting a lot.
This will make the Southern Baptist Convention go freaking crazy. Me with a bunch of titties above my head. The famous titties of Marilyn Monroe. Don't you just love it? I do. So for all those people in the South, God bless you. I'm standing right here in front of the limousine, one of the limousines that the studios used to take and shove Marilyn in. They put her in the back, you know, give her a bottle of champagne, a couple of those uppers and downers, and they'd haul her ass to the studio. Look at that. Can you see in the back? Look, they even have some of her clothes down there. I just love it. And these are some of the fabulous dresses. There's No Business Like Show Business, How to Marry a Millionaire, and this one I would look stunning in from How to Marry a Millionaire. Don't you think I'd look good in purple? And we're here with the Grand Poobah, the woman who bought this building 10 years ago, and it became the Hollywood Museum, the wonderful, fabulous Donelle Dadigan. How are you, my
I'm
love?
fine. How are you? I'm crying already.
Oh, bless your heart. How does it feel when you put on an exhibit like this and it's part of an era that we may never ever see again in this town?
I know. Isn't it just mind-boggling when you think about it? It's just, you feel it. You just feel it whenever you see the costumes, when you see the personal items, I'm almost stumbling for words. It's so extreme. But when you see like her personal furniture from her home, her
limousine.
I know, the limousine. It hasn't been on display before. It's like phenomenal.
And what happens is the woman would be 84 years old today if she was still with us, and there's still an aura and a mystique and an excitement when people bring her up.
Isn't that the truth? And it's so amazing because people say all the time, oh, so what's your favorite item? How can there be a favorite? It's like so overwhelming.
Right. I was asking the guys, Scott and Greg, who brought in about 80% of the stuff here. I said, if one item was lost, what would you be upset? And I think he said something was the collar, wasn't it? Was the mink collar?
Oh, isn't that adorable?
Gorgeous. He said I could try it on later.
Oh, my God. Well, we let Loni Anderson try on the USO honeymoon dress from Joe DiMaggio tonight.
I thought I was seeing Marilyn Monroe, but no, someone even more gorgeous, the fabulous, the super Loni Anderson. How are you?
Fabulous. I'm fine, but you look fantastic.
Not half as good as you do. I could never wear that.
Oh, Really?
No, Levitz would try to sell me as a couch.
I was very excited that I could get into it. Oh my God.
And you still have room.
A little.
You look fierce. Now, how did they end up getting you to come here?
They asked me if I would come in, and I said yes, but I'm sure I would never fit in her little dress because
Right.
she was such a tiny little thing.
Right.
And so I just thought I wanted to come down and try it on just
Uh-huh.
to say I did it, and then it fit.
Did you do the whole, okay, here we go, personal. Did you do the whole full Marilyn thing?
Oh, absolutely. Yes.
Okay. Marilyn didn't wear underwear in her dress.
Did not, and this dress was built to.
Is that why you have that? Is that why you have that hunky bodyguard?
I do.
Ladies and gentlemen, Loni Anderson's bodyguard is here with me. You're very handsome.
So be careful, getting too close to her.
Where are you from?
Austria originally.
Are you related to Arnold?
Not quite.
Just the accent.
You know what? I'll make sure there's not going to be any taxes raised this year. At least
God.
this year. No more
This
taxes.
What's your name, dear?
Roland's kicking it.
Roland, you're very handsome.
Thank you, honey.
And he makes.
Did the check arrive?
Yes, it did, and I'll be sending you that with a tip.
Okay. Tip is good.
And I'm here with Ludwig. How you doing, darling?
How do you do?
You were the gentleman that painted all
I did all those paintings since 1985.
1985.
And I did 150 big paintings of 1 or 2 poses only.
Really?
And 3,500 sketches.
3,500 sketches.
Different sizes and different materials, but the big ones are all in oils. And I'm planning to do a touring exhibit of Marilyn Monroe of all the United States and her 50th anniversary.
Wow, can you just pan around there real quick and can you see those? Hold on, there we go. Now, those are the ones, what?
These are 205. This 205, 2005.
2005.
Yeah, and
We're getting the price.
Oh, you want prices? No.
Yeah. Let me ask you a question. Were you just driving down Sunset Hollywood Boulevard one day and said, I want to buy this building?
Oh, I wish it were so easy.
How did it happen?
Well, actually, it's really a family affair. My mom and I, we wanted to give something back to the community.
Mm-hmm.
And my family had always taught me, do it while you're young, where you can still get your hands in it, you know?
Yeah, of course.
And because time is the real form of charity. Once you give your time, you can't get it back again. Money you can always make again. But time, once you spend it, it's done. So we were looking around. My mom was a school teacher. I was a school teacher. I know there's a joke in here somewhere.
I tell you, with an apple a day or something.
But in any event, we wanted to give something back to the community, and I thought, everyone loves Hollywood. Hollywood is our greatest export of all, the entertainment industry. And being an old school teacher, I remembered that the only way I could get my kids to learn something was to entertain them. So we thought about that, and we thought, why not have a place where people could come from all over the world, as well as locals alike, and learn what the real Hollywood was all about.
Because they don't know anymore. I was talking to a kid the other day, swear to God, went to the New York Film Academy at Universal, and I said, it's like Katharine Hepburn. He goes, who?
Huh?
Who? I said, let me ask you, you know Clark Gable? 23-year-old. Who? They don't know.
I know. And I have a story to tell you about that. We have a Shirley MacLaine exhibit that comes up, and we had a docent give a tour, and actually her husband was head of AFTRA for several years. And it's so extraordinary because she brought this group of young kids in, and she's talking about Shirley MacLaine and going through all of her accolades, and these kids didn't get it. So she said, well, her younger brother was Warren Beatty. And they still said, huh? Who? So I know exactly what you're saying, and isn't that a shame? Two such great artists and talents as Warren Beatty and Shirley MacLaine. Young people don't know, but here's a chance for them to learn about it.
It's a chance for them to be educated.
Oh, isn't that the truth?
What a sweetheart for you. I mean, a lot of people don't know. You also are responsible for I think it's the Hosea Turby Foundation, the big competition that's coming up at UCLA.
Yes, that's true. You know it all, don't you, Esther?
Well, one of my dear friends, it was the head of one of the big theatrical people there, John Hall.
Oh, I've known John for years.
John directed my show.
I hate to tell you, when I was at UCLA umpteen million years ago, my last lifetime, John Hall was the big man.
He is, and he's in Paris right now. It's gonna be so exciting.
Oh, bonjour, John. Bonjour.
And the Hosea Turby's coming up real soon.
Yes, it is. It's coming up mid-June, the 18th and 19th of June at UCLA Schoenberg's Hall.
Well, you are an absolute sweetheart for taking the time.
Oh, thank you so much for taking the time to be with us.
Oh, no, we're going to make this into something fierce. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm here with the fabulous Donelle.
Thank you. Bye.